Hello. Let's talk about audio production. How are you doing, Arya?
I'm good. I'm good. Very happy to be here, hearing you in perfect, hope, near lossless audio. It's great.
Yeah. Let's jinx it. Let's talk about what we did. So usually we used to stream using Skype, and that is great because you get this audio feed and the video feed from Skype into OBS using NDI, which is excellent for, well, it's super easy to use. It's excellent to set up things because it's easy to use. But the problem is that Skype, as far as I can tell, does not have any features to have pro audio. So there is no way to turn off echo cancellation, noise suppression, and all the other things, compression, and all the other things that Skype does to your audio. So this week, what we are doing different is we are using VDO Ninja, formerly known as OBS Ninja, and it is this really clever project. It's based on WebRTC, which is this technology that comes stock with any browser, and it allows you to connect peer to peer to another person. So there is no central server, and that means lower latency, it means higher quality. Of course, it also means that if you have 15 people on your meeting, then you would have to send and receive from 15 people, so your internet is not gonna tolerate that probably, and the quality is going to degrade. But if you have just two people and you want the best quality possible and everything is connected via cables, there is no Wi-Fi going on, you get near zero latency, so you get about 20, 40 milliseconds, I guess more like 40 to 100 milliseconds, something like that. And you get better quality because you can disable noise suppression, echo cancellation, and everything else if you want. It gives you all the knobs that you would need, all the sliders you would imagine to do this sort of thing. So now we have this crazy setup going on, but supposedly Arya is hearing the same thing that you all are hearing, or maybe even better, because I am compressing
Yeah.
when going to YouTube, but not when
Yeah, I
going to
just actually
Arya.
did that test. And I guess the first thing is the sync is perfect. So your lip movements and the audio is yeah, spot on. And yeah, I guess yeah, like the quality is like, at least in speech, not very obviously different, but that's great. Because before I used to hear, I can't, like, y'all can't even believe what I used to hear. I used to hear like, whoa, and then just the audio was terrible. So kind of forget everything I said so far about like, oh, does this sound good or not? And that's why I kept asking you in previous streams, like, how do you think it sounds? Because I was just like, yeah, no, what I'm hearing is not how it is.
Oh, I thought you were just being a teacher.
Yeah, that too. But like, if I wouldn't, it wasn't such that I would say like, oh, like I think you have too much mids or something like that, right? There was nothing for me to like give comment on. I was just like, yeah. But yeah, that is true. Like ultimately, it's you who needs to hear and see what you hear and see what you like.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, so
yeah.
uh, first matter of business here is I did all the homework, but I want to talk about the fun thing I did on this week as well, which is I bought a bass. We talked about buying a bass
Yay.
guitar, and I did it. So I went to the store and I tried three basses. These are the basses that I tried. So first, I tried this little guy. So I said that a thousand
Beautiful.
euros was about my price range. So I tried this one. It is a precision bass that you have recommended.
Mm-hmm.
You said that it's kind of heavy, but it's like a
Yeah.
go-to.
Not as
And
much as a jazz, like not as heavy as a jazz bass.
yeah, so I tried this one about a thousand euros, and I tried the jazz one because why not? You said, oh
Mm-hmm.
no, this is another precision one. Yeah, so I tried this one as well. What is different about it? Oh yeah, it's a Squire. So we talked about this
Mm-hmm.
briefly on the stream. So this one is made in Mexico. This one is
Mm-hmm.
made in I don't even know actually. I think
Probably
Indonesia or something.
Vietnam or yeah, squires are a lot like Vietnam, Korea, nowadays China. Yeah.
Okay. So I tried this one, and it doesn't say the price here, but it's about 500. So
Okay.
about half or less than half than the first one. And
Mm-hmm.
then just for fun, I didn't want to try 10 bases. I would get confused, but I wanted to try 3. So I tried this one as well. It is
Ooh, it's
this
the
little guy.
vintage jazz bass.
It's
Yeah.
a jazz bass. It's pretty much the jazz bass equivalent of this one, I suppose, in terms of
Mm-hmm.
price and in terms of quality. And can you please get out of the way? Okay. Yeah, so about the same in terms of quality and everything, but this is a jazz bass. Now,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to play a game?
Sure.
Yeah, so what I did on the store is I tried them in the amp. I actually just tried one of them
Mm-hmm.
in the amp, but that's not how I'm going to use the bass. I don't plan on buying an amp. So what I did is I
Mm-hmm.
took my trusty Zoom H5 to the store and I plugged DI without a DI box, just literally plugged the bass into the recorder and I recorded all 3 basses and I heard with my lovely little uh, earplugs and I recorded the 3 of them, I compared them, and now I have the recordings. Do you want to hear the difference and
Cool.
try to match the bass with the sound?
I'll give it a go. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 50s precision, 70s precision, 70s jazz. All right. Let's do
Yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah. So, contender number 1 is this recording. We are gonna go with the recording name. So, Zoom 2, that's the first one.
Okay.
And you will have to excuse my poor playing because it was the first time I picked up a bass in like 10 years and I am not a bass player. So, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
No
and another
worries
thing
there.
is, it may be too quiet, so maybe I would just increase the gain real quick. Is this okay for you?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you
These strings.
recognize this bass line?
Yeah, it sounds similar, or it sounds really familiar. You know, all of those bass lines kind of fuse together in my head. Is it Stevie Wonder?
No. So,
No.
first of all, this bass line I did not write.
Hmm.
Will I get a copyright strike? I don't know how these things work. You have more experience on this?
Hopefully not, but I will tell you that I've been getting copyright claims and I've been fighting them and winning. I've just
Ah,
been saying, hey, it's for educational purposes. I'm trying to teach people how to, yeah, well, at least with my orchestral stuff. So I'm getting a little cocky and I'm gonna do a little more like I'm gonna just do a cover song on my channel once and see what happens. No, I think
yeah.
you're okay.
So yeah, how does this thing even work? Is it trying to look for regional recordings, or is it trying to look for like the bass line?
Um, well, yeah, like, okay, so I did a mixing feedback video and it was a cover of a song. So the song is piano and vocals, and it was a cover of that, and it figured it out like automatically. So I think they do have some things that maybe analyze. Well, they can analyze harmony. If you analyze harmony, everything will be flagged by everything else. Like half the music we hear is like the same chord progression within the same year. So this year I'm seeing that the minor 1, major 7, minor 5, major 6 chord progression is huge. Every song is in that. But yeah, so they can't do harmony, but I think they do try to like catch melody, try to catch lyrics with speak recognition. Probably can do some kind of baseline analysis, but again with baseline, it's like this is one of those classic like funk-ish bass lines that's probably used in like so many songs.
Yeah. So
Um,
this one is me trying to do the bass line for "I Will Survive" as covered by Cake.
by Cake, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Now that you're saying it, I'm getting it. I heard it a little more. I guess I heard it like double time. I was like, I guess you don't hear the drums that I'm airing, but yes.
Yeah, so this was bass number 1. Let's go to some other section. I played some more of this guy. I don't know exactly what I played.
Yep, that's Around the World.
Yeah, so that is Around the World. So that's bass number 1. Do you want to venture a
Cool.
guess already, or do you want to hear the...
I have a guess already, but I will wait until I hear all of them.
Okay. So let's go to bass number 2. And it seems like I played this one a little more. So let's hear what we have.
Okay.
That was bass number 5, actually. Before the stream, I went to random.org. Do you know random.org?
It does random things, give random number generator.
It is a random number generator that is actually a random number generator. If you go to your computer and ask for random numbers, they are going to be pseudo-random. They are going to be based on things like the movement of your mouse or the microphone or whatever. But this is listening to... They have like a microphone listening to background noise from the space, and that's what they use as the source of randomness. So I randomized both the order in which I would present the basses, and I randomized the order in which I'm going to show you the sounds.
Cool. Fun.
Yeah, so that was bass number 2. Bass number 5, actually. So another question I have about copyright strikes is, do you think that they just take off the stream and I will stop streaming, or do they like flag me for monetization stuff? Because I don't have that on my channel.
Yeah, I mean, without monetization, you can still get claims, and claims are okay. But if you get strikes, then like 3 and you're out. But no, when I was doing my 16-hour stream, at one point for the break music, I like when I was on break, I played the video from my last year scoring competition, and then my stream got interrupted. But as soon as I stopped it, then they let it keep going, and afterwards I got a claim.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should probably have played something that I wrote, but I didn't even have a bass for the most time, so I didn't even write anything. But now I did write, the homework was to write something for the song that we're recording, and that I did, but later.
Yeah, if they flag you, that would almost be impressive from a technological standpoint. I'd be like, hey, cool that y'all caught that, and then but we can file a claim and they'll let us use it.
Okay, yeah. So that is bass number 5. Let's go to bass number 4. And now, how do you feel about bass number 5? Having heard 2 and 5, do you think that you know?
I know something so far. Or I think I know something.
Okay. Okay, let's hear bass number 4. I'll stop embarrassing myself.
Okay. So I mean, there's one thing that's happening here, and that is that in music, like one clue that I have is that the bass number 2, the one that we first heard, had the best string on it. That means it's the least played, so that makes me inclined to believe that that's the most expensive bass. Meaning that I thought that that's the jazz bass initially. Then when I heard everything together, I thought I thought that 1 and 3, the top and the bottom one sound more similar, and then the middle one kind of sounds different from the rest. So then I'm like, are those the precisions and the middle one is the jazz? But yeah, I'm going to just go with my first instincts and say number 2 is jazz, number 5 is um, the Vintera precision, and number 4 is the 70s precision. And I hope I'm like, if I'm 0 for 3, that will be embarrassing. And I can't be 2 for 3. I hope I'm 1 to 3, or I'm all correct.
Okay, so this is your guess, number 2. So you said that the 2 had the best strings on it?
It had the freshest strings on it.
How can you tell?
Like I could hear a lot of the jingle jangle of a new string versus like, and I mean they're all new strings. They're all like relatively new strings, but on 5 and 4 I could hear a little more of it having been played versus like the first one sounded like fresh ass strings.
Okay, I want to hear that.
Cool. Especially on the octave notes. So this one has a lot less high, and I mean pickups are a thing too, but I think this one has a lot less high end in it, and it has a little bit of a weird tone that I don't like in the high end.
So let's take notes. So number 2 you think is the jazz, and you think you hear fresh strings. On number 5, you don't hear as much high end.
Yeah, I hear a little less. And I hear like in some parts I heard like a little thing that I didn't like, and that could also be just be like I don't know, something intonation, something like that. Like, and that doesn't mean that it's like terrible, or it could just mean like maybe it was the level was a little too high in some notes, like you clipped just a little.
For which?
For number 5, track 2.
Okay, so for number 5, you think that it was clipping a little, maybe?
Possibly, yeah. There were some tones that I was hearing that I was like, ugh, but also not too bad. And obviously, it could also just be because I'm seeing on the top of my screen that like it tells me how much I'm uploading kilobytes per second wise, and it was kind of like going up and down. So I don't know, maybe that could also have something to do with it.
Okay. Speaking of which, I see on YouTube that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. This is the first time I get this kind of error. As such, viewers will experience buffering, and I don't know what that is about. It has never happened before. Do you see anything when you are monitoring?
I'm like, yeah, not by seeing it, and when I turn up the audio, yeah, I hear the audio fine.
Okay. Okay, so just continue, and then if the issue resolves itself, then it does. Okay, so cool. It seems like overall, in terms of which one you liked better, it seems like you liked number 2 better, right?
I think I like track 3 the most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't mind hearing it again. Or maybe even all of them again, and I know it will make me change my mind, because kind of halfway through I changed my mind and I was like, maybe 1 and 3 are the precisions and 2 is the jazz, but that could also just be that I have a bias against jazz basses, and I want to believe that the jazz basses are...
Okay, so let's go through all of them again.
Sure. Yeah, track 3 the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes you like it?
It has so track 1. It has really good low end, which is really nice. You want really good low end. For my personal taste, I like to at least have the option to have a really jangly high ND bass for like when a solo comes in or something. So most of the time I'm trying to like filter out a good amount of high end to leave space for other tracks, but I'd like to have the option in case in case it comes up at some point. I want to have like a little more high end as well. So track 3 I felt like had maybe not as much low end as track 1, but it had a very pleasant mid and high end. By the way, I also don't know which of these 3 you bought, so that's another whole thing. It'd be funny if I like trash one of them and you'll be like, oh, that's the one I bought, which is totally fine. Like,
so I can tell you the story, and I guess it's time for us to reveal the answer. So the story is, I tried all 3 of them, I recorded everything, and then I heard back the recordings, and I could not tell the difference. I really couldn't. I tried a blind test, and I couldn't tell the difference. So, drum roll. Let's see the answers. It's over here in downloads, bases. Are you ready, Arya? Do you want to change your answers?
I guess not. No, I'll just stick to my instinct, and then I can say that it was my instinct.
Bam. So, the first recording you heard was the Squire, the precision bass. So that is bam. It was the Squire. Then, for the second bass that you heard the Vintera. So, yay!
Yeah, 1 out of 3.
Yep.
Well, my bias, the jazz bass was the best sounding one.
Well, you said that you thought the third bass was the best sounding one. Oh yeah, and it is the jazz one. Yes, you said 70%. I was looking at this, and no, you liked the jazz the most.
Yeah, that's funny. That yeah. So I guess if I had changed my answer, I would have been still 1 for 3. So if I had changed my answer, I was thinking that maybe 2 and 5 are the precisions, and 4 is the jazz, and that would have also been wrong. So see, there's my, and I guess my bias when it comes to jazz bass is mostly that it's just really heavy, not that it's a bad sounding bass. But
yeah, cool. I remember you saying that. So in the store, I picked both of them up, and there is a weight difference, but it's not huge. I would not have bought another bass because of that weight difference. And you said that you kind of like short scale, but I went with long scale. I wanted the most basic thing you could get.
Cool.
Because it is my first bass anyway. So yes, so I could not hear the difference, but I could feel the difference when playing. Not in terms of weight. When I was playing, it was sitting on my lap, and I didn't really care about the weight that much. And I have big hands, and I have I guess you are in Canada. I was gonna say I'm 5'11", but actually I am 1 meter and 80 centimeters. That's how tall.
Oh, okay, cool. You're tall.
So, I wanted the full scale, the long scale, and I didn't care too much about the weight, but the feeling of playing the bass, just the way, the comfort, maybe all of this is just based on the action of the strings, and that's something you can adjust, or maybe even the strings themselves, maybe the quality of the strings are different, or I learned that the same way you can have 0.9 to 0.13 guitar strings, there is like 40 or 45 bass strings.
Yeah.
So maybe that was that, and I don't know, but I cannot really tell. But in terms of looks, in terms of how they looked, that's another thing, right? I want the thing to look nice.
Right.
So
you wanna,
Yeah, so this one I think was kind of good looking. This one looks like a booger. I really hate the way this looks.
Oh, really? That's my prettiest one just by looks. Just by looks, I like the looks of that one.
And then I said that to the guy in the store, like, "Oh my god, I kind of like this, but do you have another color? It looks like crap." And then he was like, "Oh yeah, that's the color of my guitar." I was like, "Oh, sorry."
It looks like a classic, like 50s car, like those American classic cars.
Yeah, and then this one is not the right color. I couldn't find in the website the color of the one I got. It's actually kind of like this color. And then this is the one that felt the most comfortable. I really liked the way it sits on my hands. I liked the sound because I couldn't tell the difference anyway. And it was the cheapest.
Cool.
So that's the one I got. And I got it
Cool.
in the same green ugly color.
Very nice.
Because that's what they
And it's
had.
interestingly, like, I would say that one had the best low end, and it had the freshest string, which is very surprising to me. And
Nope.
it was, like, to me, the second best sounding, and it was really like a coin flip. So good choice all around, and it's comfortable for you, and you didn't pay too much money. So now you can maybe buy a mic or just spend some money on yourself, and that's a great
Yeah,
thing.
I literally dropped the mic twice now. Okay, so yeah, that's the bass I got, and it was the cheapest, but it was the one that I liked the most. So maybe I have cheap taste.
Congrats.
And yeah, I have a bass guitar now.
Yay.
Let's celebrate with enabling the bass guitar, giving it some gain. Then, will you please stay there? Thank you, microphone, for staying there. And then enable this for recording, but change the input. Because now you hear me doubled, right?
No, I do not.
Okay, so now.
Because I guess that track is soloed.
Oh, yeah, right. So I did the right thing. Yep. This is
Nice,
clipping like
good.
hell because I increased the volume on the master
Yeah.
track. This is not too loud. I want to hear it. There you go.
Cool. Do it on the track though. I don't know, like like there's nothing wrong with using the master fader to turn things up, but it just bothers me. I don't know. I have no logical defense for it, but I'm just like it's just wrong.
There you go. A bass.
Cool.
I think this is a guitar riff, not a bass line. And I want to stop getting copyright strikes, so I'm not going to play stuff by other people anymore. Okay, that was the story of the bass. I got one, and it's here. And then I wrote a bass line for our song. Let me see how I do this.
Have you recorded it yet?
So, yeah, hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was writing and I was recording it because I didn't want to learn how to play the whole thing. And I have a sketch and I don't think it's working really. So I think we need to re-record it. But first I wanted your input in terms of the bass line itself.
Cool.
So let's open the Streams About to Start project. And I'm actually going to mute the bass because we had some more homework that I had to do. I guess I'm going to paste this here for later. And let me go to downloads and not bases. The stream is about to start. And then go to my lyrics, which is also where I am taking notes of my homework. So we said that we wanted to have a third vocal. We have recorded 2 on the stream, but we said that we wanted a third vocal because then we would have 1 center and then 2 panned. So I recorded a third vocal, then align everything. And then when I was aligning the vocals, I kind of fiddled with the guitars as well. We have two of them, so I was aligning them. And in one place, we even removed the original guitar recording, the one that I aligned the grid to. So I kind of changed the grid around as well.
Cool.
And then the bass line, which I did, and then some harmonies and percussion that I did not get to. But I don't think we'll have time to talk about it anyway today. Because the first thing I want to do is to go over this part. I am not 100% sure that I like the alignment of everything from the click track to the voices and then the guitars and everything. So maybe we can talk about that and how to refine all this timing situation.
Sure.
So how do you want to do this? Do you want to hear the whole thing? Do you want to hear just guitars or just vocals?
I will say, like, for guitars, like, usually I on purpose don't align just so I get a more, like, fluttery sound. But anyway, yeah, let's maybe hear the guitars and vocals first, and then we'll add the bass line, and then we can solo them if we need to.
Okay, so...
And no click.
Oh, okay, no click? Okay.
No, I trust that you heard the click, so I'll just hear the song.
Okay, and now what else did I want to do before this? Oh, maybe I will just show the tracks visually.
Sure.
And in terms of panning, so I have a vocal in the center, a vocal on the left, a vocal on the right, but they are all the same volume.
Loudness.
Do I want to change the volume on this?
Don't do it now. We'll figure that stuff out.
Okay, so yeah, and then if something stands out, then you can either take note of the timestamp or you can just stop me right there, and then we can fix the alignment issues that you find.
Sure.
Is this loud enough for you?
Could be louder. I could go for some louder.
Okay, so I guess this time, would you up the gain on the master, or would you select all the tracks and then increase the gain?
That's a good question. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with doing it on the master. It's just I don't know, feels strange to me. But yeah, turn it up on the master. Like mathematically, right? When we think about it, there's no difference. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way.
So these faders are post effects, right?
Yes.
Well, actually, even if this... So there is a mathematical difference. If this track right here...
With parents and children, yeah.
Yes, then this fader affects the input gain of the effects chain on this, which will affect the way that the effects work.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have any effect. So now, there's no difference.
Okay, so I'm going to try again and you see if it sounds loud enough for you. Is it good?
I would love it a little louder. Like...
Oh, so that's another thing. How can I go even louder?
Yeah, you can't go above 12 on the master, but you can have, you can have as many parents as you want. Maybe you can have a master track that's the parents of everybody else. That's one way to do it, or just putting a utility gain plugin on your master track is another way of doing it.
Yeah, I guess what I'm gonna do is just select everyone, and then when I increase the gain this way with everyone selected, they are going to increase relatively, right? When I have a -2 and a -10, and they are going to go to 0 and -8.
Position, will be retained.
Yeah, unless I go over 12. In that case, one of them is going to stop and the other is going to continue. And I think that this actually happened here. Yeah, we can see that happening on tracks 3, 4, and 5.
But as long as you have the mouse held, that will retain the relative position when you come down. But if you release your mouse and then grab it again, then they will all be the same.
But I think we're good now. So I'm going to decrease the gain on the master, and then we'll go again.
Sure.
That's super loud. It's even clipping, I suppose.
It just clipped once. If it clips, it's okay. Actually, I'd prefer to hear it loud with occasional clipping versus quiet.
Okay. So is the loudness good for you now? To my ears, it's like way too loud.
You can bring it down, bring it down 3 dB, and that will still be okay. Yeah.
Yeah, about here. start. We'll talk about code or whatever we'll talk about today. It's about to start, so please hang tight while we check that everything is okay. Sound check, camera check, lights check. How's my hair? Oh, wait, I don't have any hair. Maybe put some pants on and I am good to go. So get ready wherever you are, 'cause this stream is about to start. Get ready wherever you are, 'cause this stream is about to start.
Cool. Okay, so in terms of like specific parts where I was like, oh, the alignment is weird, I didn't hear anything like that. Just as a side, I think with OBS, with Video Ninja, we are getting occasional like skipped frames. So I did get a skip at one point. But again, overall quality, like I can actually hear how everything's like tone is, which is a huge improvement. So yeah, so tell me what you don't like about it. There's something about the vocals that I'm like, and I don't know if you aligned them like badly. I don't think that's it, but just together, like right now, they're not sounding incredible or anything. We need to do some stuff to them.
Yeah. The first thing that I don't like is that it sounds like an alien. And I guess let's go over the guitars real quick. I think that I like the guitars. This stream is about to start. We'll talk about code or whatever we'll talk about today. I think I hear something on the left. It seems like it skips a little bit here.
Oh, interesting. So because I thought maybe I'm hearing that. I heard something. Yeah, let's solo that and hear it.
And I think it was actually just me, like, playing wrong.
Oh, could be.
No?
Can we try something? Can you like hard left this guitar for a second? I just want to see if I'm hearing mono or not.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I think I'm hearing mono, but because for a second I thought that doesn't sound like 50%.
When we set up Video Ninja, I think that there was a setting for stereo, but I'm not sure what we did there. So I'm panning this all the way to the left and playing it again.
Play again one more time. How are you hearing this?
I only hear it on the left.
Yeah, but what I mean is like you're not using speakers, right? You're using your earphones.
Yes.
So I'm not hearing bleed, but yeah, so I am hearing it in both ears. So I may be just hearing a mono version of what's going on. Which is like, I mean, we can always talk. I just thought, like, it doesn't sound like 50%. It sounded like, and you know, it's one of those things like your eyes deceive you as well. So I was like,
we could try to just enable stereo on video, but that may mess up the rest of the setup. Do you mind just doing it for next week?
Yeah. I can leave it for next week. At least, like, again, like at least I can hear tones and things. Okay, so I'm still a lot happier than Skype.
Okay, yeah, but I said that I heard something on the left channel and I soloed the right channel. Let's do it again. Yeah, this is wrong. what is wrong about it. I mean, it looks the same.
I think I see on your crossfade a little bit of like one hit kind of poking out. So just kind of holding shift on your crossfade and moving it about could make it sound a little better or a little worse.
How did I play the other? Maybe I just do
actually it was before the.
Yeah, I think it sounds better now. And all together?
Attica.
I think I like it better now.
Yeah, much better, yeah.
Okay. By the way, the YouTube thing saying that my connection was bad seems to have solved itself by...
Cool.
I didn't do anything, but yeah, it was probably just a hiccup on the connection. And maybe we lost part of the stream, or maybe we lost some quality on that part of the stream, but we should be good now. Okay, so I think that the guitars are okay. Do you have anything that you think we could fix?
I can't comment obviously on width or anything like that, but they sound good together. They sound, and like, you know, like, yeah, again with the guitars, I personally don't like them to be perfect together. I like them to be a little like have just kind of discrepancies. So I think the amount of alignment that you've done is great.
Okay.
Yeah, I think guitars are pretty much ready unless like you come up with another line or something.
Okay, and now let's do just the vocals.
Sure.
The stream is about to start. We'll talk about code or whatever we'll talk about today. It's about to start, so please hang tight while I check that everything is okay.
Let's go through it chunk by chunk. So when the second time you said it's about to start, that cascading consonant thing is happening. Like pay attention to the last T in start.
The stream is about to start. We'll talk about code or whatever we'll talk about. I think even this word is kind of weird. Code or whatever we'll talk. Right? So it was kind of hard for me to align things here because I couldn't see like these valleys that help me find the places. But maybe if I did something like this, it could work. By the way, I checked some video about what is it called? It's like MPL align takes or something. It sounds really magical and it looks great. You give it all the items and it's gonna find the places where it needs to put the stretch markers, and it's going to move the stretch markers for you.
That's the thing Bo showed us. Yeah.
And I really like the way it looks, but I think that doing it by hand may be educational because I want to learn how it should be done before I start trying to automate it.
I just do it by hand. Yeah. If I do it in an automated way, I still have to check it. So I just do it.
Yeah, and I watched the other video that you mentioned from Kenny. Yeah. And he has this way of automating the insertion of the stretch markers using dynamic split. But then it's that one I didn't like too much. Oh, Bo is here. Hey, Bo.
Yeah. Hello. We were just talking about you.
Yeah, actually.
Turn up my mic.
Can you turn up your mic? Do you want to do it on your side, or do you want me to do here in OBS?
I'm pretty turned up, but I'll turn up this amount. Is that better?
You can
up.
At least on my side here, it seems like you can go louder.
Oh, so maybe I'm arriving at you a little quiet, because if I look on my because I'm monitoring myself on the old freaking Reaper there, I'm hitting, that's interesting, I'm hitting like 15, and on yours I'm hitting 20. So some stuff is going on, but you know, but hey, again, overall improvement of audio.
Yeah. Maybe can I fix this here? I'm
Just
already.
I guess you can turn me up. I'll just turn myself up from here. Whatever.
Okay.
So I'll read 10 on my meters, and y'all will read me a little louder. Louder. Cha 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 cha
Same.
cha 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 cha. Hello, 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 hello. How are you?
It's a bit
Okay.
louder, I
Now I'm
think.
reading like, yeah, I'm reading 12 on mine, so you should
Yeah,
read me
it's
like
hitting about minus
16ish.
15. And I guess I
Cool.
can lower my voice just a tiny bit and that will compensate. Yeah, so Bo, we were talking about you because um, I was talking about aligning vocals and you mentioned MPL script for doing that. And I checked it out and I may use it in the future because I really like the way that it automates things, but I didn't use it this time uh, because I wanted to learn what the thing is supposed to look like before I try to automate it. And as Arya said, you always have to double check the thing anyway.
Hmm.
And I also checked Arya's recommendation, Kenny's video about how to insert these stretch markers using dynamic split. And the thing is, it helps you put the dynamics, the markers, but then you have to go over and delete most of them or some of the markers, and you have to click
Mm-hmm.
and drag to glue the markers together. Not glue in the
Mm-hmm.
sense of gluing an item in Reaper, but just you move it around and then
Yeah, snap them together, let's
they
say.
snap together. And I thought that that was about as much work as just going and doing it by hand. So that's what I did.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, now I'm like way too loud in my own ears. So let me adjust something, which I hope I will remember to unadjust, because I monitor at the same level no matter what happens. And then if I forget to now turn myself up after this, I'll be that'll affect my work for the next like 4 months. Anyway, uh, yeah.
Yeah. But he's saying learn the shortcuts for the markers and editing them. You're gonna do it a lot. Yeah. So that's what I did. I learned how to put a marker in place. I learned how to remove a marker, and I learned how to move them. And for what I had to do, it was good enough for now. If I keep doing it
Cool.
more and more, I guess I'll learn more and more about it.
Yeah, there's some mouse mods like Command Option and Click. That's another
Yep.
good one.
You taught me that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say a few things about aligning them. So I think if you think they sound a little too alien, that's because maybe they're a little bit like over aligned in some places. So my overall strategy is with vowels, I'm okay with them. Like their notes, if they're like shorter or longer, that's fine. With consonants, like stream is about to start, and then that last T. I want to align the hell out of those because, yeah, like a little further ahead on this take, you will hear that it goes, stream is about to start. And then all the three T's are kind of in their own business. And together they sound like a cascade of like machine guns. It's about to start. It sounds like that a little bit. So maybe we can play that.
Yeah, I'm going to, but just so Bo knows, we talked about the bass that I got in the beginning of the stream. You may want to watch that later because it is fun. I challenged Arya to find which bass was which. I tried 3 basses, and I will not tell you, but it was interesting. The result was interesting. Okay, so let's do the start again.
About code or whatever we'll talk about today. It's about to start.
Yeah, so I guess here we have one instance where in this take I sang the note a little longer, but it is a vowel.
Longer. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Today it's about to start, so please hang.
Did you hear the T in start?
Start, so please. About to start, so please. It's about to start, so please.
Not really.
I hear one. I hear it's about to start. Like this.
Yeah, when I was aligning this, I was mostly going for the quiet moments, and I couldn't see them here, so I just left that. Because you mentioned that you probably don't want to stretch in the middle of the sound wave, or you could introduce artifacts.
Yeah, it's more audible in that case. What you can do if you want to see the consonants way better, I sometimes switch to the spectrograph view. which will take a little bit to scan them, but yeah.
How do I even turn this on? I forgot.
That is a good question because I have it on my toolbar, so I don't know where it is. But you can always go to action list, toggle spectrograph.
I think it is over here somewhere.
Not spectral edits. Peaks display mode. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Options,
and then-
peaks, display mode. All right. Options, peaks, display mode, spectral peaks, and yeah. One of the videos you linked in a
Oh,
previous
sorry,
stream.
not peaks display. You want spectrograph.
Oh yeah, right. So one of the videos, I think it was one of the videos, mentioned this, but that's not what we're looking for. So
I mean, this helps, but if you really want to see the hell out of consonants, I always use the spectrograph. I've been meaning to do a video about it. I can almost read from a spectrograph without hearing it. Almost.
okay, that is a skill.
I'm getting better and better at it. There are some things that you just can't guess, but after a while, I can tell what's where. Yeah, so if you zoom in a little bit on all the tracks, that you can do that. Yeah, you can also go shift tilde. So I'm seeing one T on the top track, and I'm just not seeing it on the two other tracks, which is a great thing. The great thing about that is that one of these will be your main vocal, and then two of these are like just there to kind of fortify things, right?
So probably when I was singing, I was not pronouncing the T very well here.
Yeah. Yeah. But what you could try doing is maybe just making it, because also rhythmically, right? It's not, to me, like the vocals rhythmically goes, it's about to start versus it's about to start. You know what I mean? Like it's a slightly staccato-y start overall. So you can just shorten those two vowels a little bit so that they fall before that T, so that after that T is pronounced, everybody's just taking like a breather.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I understand the idea. I don't know how to execute it.
So what you can do, you can now get out of this mode if it's a little too much.
Yeah, I usually stream at 180, so my display is huge in front of me. Everything is huge in front of me, and it doesn't fit as much. But that's because I want to have people on the stream actually be able to see what's going on. So yeah, peaks display mode, show normal
Now
peaks.
you can go show normal peaks. So what you can do, I would put a stretch marker like before that phrase, and then you can put another small one after that phrase on 2 and 3, so on 2 below.
So you mean
because we're
here?
taking the first as main, right? Yeah, one here, one there, and then one at the end of them. Because we can stretch those quiet parts between them as much as we want, and even if there are artifacts like in the final mix, they're not going to show up. So now you can kind of grab them and move them back a little bit, or a good bit. Yeah, and even do a little more, but let's check it. Cool, that's a good amount.
How to start. So
Okay, yeah, a lot less. Yeah, exactly. Like slicing also works too, with backing vocals. Just cause yeah, like they're just kind of fortifying notes wise. Like they're not giving us extra intelligibility. In fact, they could take away from it. So you can always just kind of cut out the consonants and do all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, so Bo said there is one centered and then left and right. Yes, so that's what's going on. We have center, left, and right.
how to start. So please.
Yeah, I couldn't hear any rattling before.
T cascading. Oh, okay.
I couldn't hear it before, and it sounds okay now. Are you happy with
Cool.
this?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Okay.
It's about to start, so please hang tight while I check that everything is okay.
Everything okay there?
You know, I will say, Leandro, because I'm also just every once in a while kind of listening to the stream, and in stereo, it's just a lot less bothersome overall. Um,
Ah.
when it gets mono, it gets a little more like
So maybe that is it.
yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be extremely hard. By the way, I shouldn't be showing this on the stream. People will be able to just join the call. But maybe we can fix this real quick. So I think that all you gotta do is in the browser tab that you have open right now, all you gotta do is append this. Just put this at the end with the ampersand and everything, and then rejoin the call. And then, of course, now we lost Arya. But when he rejoins...
have to join again.
Yes, that is all right. But now you are back, at least to me, and it seems like you're back on the stream.
Yeah, I just popped up on my feed, so I guess let's see if we're stereo now.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Reaper and take just the... Well, I'm going to take the track that is the center track. I am going to hard pan it left, solo, and give it to you.
Start, so please hang tight while I check that everything is okay.
I still hear it mono, so...
So maybe the problem is on my side and I need to join that way.
Huh. But again, don't worry about it too much right now. We can always kind of test for stereo-ness later.
No, I don't think it will be a big deal. Let's see.
Cool.
So here is the part where I send you the audio, and then I go to there in stereo, and you can still hear me, but you will not be able to hear Reaper right now. So I want to give you no video on this tab, because you're already receiving video from the other one. And I'm going to give you the audio from Black Hole. And I'm going to send the audio to, well, somewhere where I will not hear it. Then I'll start. And then I need to mute you as well as me. I need to mute everyone. Okay, so everyone here is muted. Now I can go to Reaper and try this again.
Hang tight while I check that everything...
No, now I am hearing it. I need to come to this tab and I need to mute myself. Okay.
Hang tight while I check that everything is okay.
Still mono.
Now I don't know.
Yeah. We can try and figure it out later. It's all right.
Yeah, you're getting the audio from Black Hole. So
yeah. Should be stereo. Anyway.
Oh, and Pro Audio already includes stereo.
Yeah.
We have Pro Audio.
So we
enabled.
already have that enabled. So weird.
Well, there are some values we can set. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll play with this next time.
Sure.
Okay, back to center, and then, well, I guess maybe it's an advantage because you hear more issues because you're in mono. Well, it's not an advantage, but it's something.
Yeah. I can also just monitor from the stream.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Do you see a difference between the audio quality on the stream and on Video Ninja?
Not on your not discernible with your voice, but maybe let's play some audio and hear. Well, I guess with audio I would just hear stereo, and that already is a huge difference.
Yeah. I wonder if I'm doing something odd and just playing wrong here.
No, I honestly I sometimes even suspect internet browsers. which is stupid because I mean they are like YouTube is stereo. You hear YouTube in stereo, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes whenever like with anything I've tried, Zoom, Skype, anything short of audio movers, I always feel like it's like mono or just like the quality is horrible or something is weird.
Let's see what we get in terms of why is my microphone stereo? Let's see what we get here in OBS because that is hearing black hole. So maybe that is the issue. Black hole is the issue. Let's see.
Tight while I check that everything
Nope.
is okay.
That is getting stereo. And that's why YouTube is getting stereo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bo, can you please send the suggestions and then we can consider them? But let's move on with this alignment thing.
Sound check. Camera check. Lights check.
How do you like this last K?
Yeah, well aligned.
Okay.
A little breathy, but we'll EQ that out because we haven't done any EQ or anything, so that's natural.
Okay.
How's my hair? Oh, wait, I don't have any hair. Maybe put some pants on and I am good to go.
Put some pants on is difficult.
Let's hear one more time.
Maybe put some pants on and I am good to go. So
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, but that is a hard phrase to align, I suppose,
Yeah.
because of all the P's.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of like plosives and consonants is very hard.
go, so get ready wherever you are. 'Cause this stream,
I think that the C is not working here.
'cause this stream.
No, it's actually okay.
It's fine, yeah.
Do you know of a way to have the edit cursor smack in the middle and then have everything else scroll?
Oh, yes. It's called always centered something. Let me just look in my trusty action list. Center. You gotta write it the American way. No. Cursor. Let me just.
When I'm actually working on the thing, I don't want that, but when I am auditioning it, sometimes I think it would be helpful to just have it there instead of having to scroll by hand.
Not that one, not that one, not that one. No, none of these. None of these. Is it auto scroll? Auto view? No, auto view scroll during playback will just wait till your cursor goes away, then it repositions. So that's not what we want. Oh no, yeah, that is what you want. It's called toggle auto view scroll during playback, and it's only during playback, so that's nice.
But it is already on.
Play it now.
'Cause this stream
And then wait for it.
is about to start.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's scroll on mine. It's scrolling like continuously. Like it remains in the center. So there may be another thing in play here. Scroll. I'll check my settings here. State. No, that's the only one. I mean, there's another one during recording. But that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this one? Well, I found another thing, which is SWS. No, that's not what we want. That's on stop. Yeah, on mine it's like going continuously on playback, like it's just always remaining in the center.
Yeah.
Weird.
Continuous scrolling.
Continuous scrolling during playback sounds right. Yeah, that sounds like the thing. I should also, I guess,
Cause
stop
this
doing thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah,
Really?
your voice is way low again, Arya, Bo says.
This has got to be via transmission, because I'm just like, I'm at the same level, I'm speaking at the same loudness, and honestly it's like bothering me how loud I am in my own headphones.
Well,
So, hello. I mean, I can get really close and ASMR, but that just sounds bad.
maybe if
That
I
just
interact with
sounds
the window,
bad.
there is some control over the loudness here.
Do
No.
not come in here. Get to the chopper. I just don't. Yeah, that when I'm close, I used to. All my early tutorials sound like this. Hey guys, how's it going? And it's like, get away from me. Why are you so close to the mic? Just speaking in your ear.
Here is a quick fix. I can lower the volume of everything else.
Cause the stream. No, I hate my own voice as it is, and the closer to the mic I get, the more hate flows through my veins.
Yeah, so maybe Video Ninja is not perfect, but it's...
Maybe, yeah. It's definitely better than Skype, but that is not a really high bar to set, at least for audio.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it should be okay now, Bo, but you will have to increase the volume on your side, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I think it should be okay now. In any case, let's move on.
Cause this stream is about to start.
Yep, this last T was okay, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't like a huge fan of the B, but I think there's an overall like bigger problem happening here. And I want to hear each of them soloed for a second.
Cause this stream is about to start.
Okay, I heard something, but let's hear the other two, especially the ones that have more time stretch markers on them.
Cause this stream is about to start.
Okay, that's fine.
Cause this stream is about to start.
Yeah, so you hear some artifacts, right? Like especially on the ease of the is about to start on this last track. Did you hear like a slight artifact?
Cause this stream is about to start.
No, not really. And the
Very
stretch
slight.
is...
Yeah, it's not a huge thing, but like what we can do is we can try to maybe adjust the levels on these things a little bit so that we're sure, like moving on, we can we can get it to sound how we like. We can get it to sound not super alien, because otherwise like we're just aligning and we're like we got a problem like further up the stream. You know what I mean?
The stream. Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So how do we do that? What do we do?
Okay, so I think like we said, let's turn down the sides. So 4 and 5, let's turn them down a little bit to start with.
How about that?
Sure. I'd say like more. I'd say more. Turn them down a good another 3 maybe, something like that. Yeah, so that we have like one main vocal, and then we have two that are actually like backups. And then, I don't know, do you want to get into some like effects chain action, or do you want to still kind of keep recording and keep doing stuff to it?
Well, I want to at least finish this because we are so close to the end. And then we have two directions that we can go. We can start to refine with effects and whatnot. But I had also a crazy idea, if you will indulge me.
Sure.
Isn't that awesome when someone goes to the studio and says, yeah, so I just got a bass, I don't know how to play it, and I have this crazy idea, do you want to try? And they're like, oh man, dude,
No,
You really
let's do
think that
it.
you are that guy? You're not that. You're not that guy. But here's my crazy idea. I bought an ocarina when I was in the
Yeah.
base. I also bought an ocarina, and it sounds like absolute crap.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I don't know how to play the ocarina.
Mm-hmm.
But here is my idea. We could record more or less note by note, and then we
Mm-hmm.
would tune the notes because the ocarina is just way out of tune.
Right.
And then we would have some pads. So I would play like all the three notes or four notes in a chord, and then we would have a pad sitting like super low in the mix, but just
Fun.
to fill things up with an ocarina because I thought it would be fun.
Fun. Yeah, that sounds good. You should definitely do that. And then for recording bass, I also have some ideas, especially because your strings are fresh. Um, I have some ideas for that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
let's
And
finish the alignment.
yeah, so we have to do the alignment. I have the crazy ocarina idea, and we didn't even talk about the bass because I have the bass track here.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah. Let's do all of these things.
I am the kind of person who has to start taking notes here. So we want to finish the alignment, and that's easy. Then we have the ocarina idea, but I may not be able to do that today. And then we have the bass line. We already have that here. Well, actually, we already have the alignment. So I guess it's just the ocarina that is new, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's continue.
'Cause the stream is about to start. Get ready wherever you are. 'Cause the stream is about to start.
Cool.
How does that sound?
Yeah, I like the last phrase. Yeah, I like the more musical it gets, they just like blend together really well. That's what I always feel when it comes to like multiple vocals, because the last few phrases are all just very, it just sounds great.
Okay, awesome.
Are you
So
thinking about harmonies too, or you like it kind of like being just at this register and being like not super like, you know?
yeah, I don't know how to do harmonies, and I would like to
Ah,
learn it. So I want to
sure.
get there at some
Cool. I
point.
have some ideas.
Awesome. So I think that the third vocal and alignment is done.
Cool.
Um, do you want
Let's
to
go
move
to
to the
that
bass line?
bass. Yeah.
Okay, let's do bass. So as I said, this is a sketch of what the bass
Okay.
could be. So I guess at this point I want suggestions on composition really.
Cool.
First of all, can you hear the bass? Do you want me to
I
have
can
it
hear it
louder?
well. Yeah.
Okay.
This stream is about to start. We'll talk about code or whatever we'll talk about today. It's about to start, so please hang tight while I check that everything is okay. Sound check, camera check, lights check. How's my hair? Oh, wait, I don't have any hair. Maybe put some pants on and I am good to go. So get ready wherever you are. 'Cause the stream is about to start. Get ready wherever you are. 'Cause the stream is about to start.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes, the bass sounds really good, which is nice. Like just unprocessed already sounds really nice. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll tell you one thing. For me, it's really hard to write bass before writing percussion. Like, I just like so much to like lock in with the kick and snare. That like, yeah, just doing it without has always been really hard for me. But I guess like as you are writing the bass line, you have like this kind of drum or this like beat in mind, right?
I guess. I was going off of what I was playing on the guitar. Not, I was not really imagining percussion.
Yeah, for me, it's like, and I think just like loads of bass players, I always have such a hard time doing it without, unless they just go like, the song doesn't have drums, which could be also a direction you may be thinking of going of, just like not having drums on this song.
Well, drums I don't have, and I don't know how to
Right,
play,
yeah,
but
not
some
drums,
some
drums,
sort
but
of percussion.
elements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could also just try to bring some MIDI into the thing, but I would prefer to avoid that if
Yeah,
we
no,
can.
we set the challenge not to do that, so let's not do that. We'll
Yeah.
do some Foley drums, like maybe, you got a big dictionary that can be your kick, um, snare, like everything in the house sounds like a snare. Maybe you can do a pots and pans section. There's tons of stuff. So comments on the bass. My personal comments on the bass would be like the bass is going the whole track, and that always takes away from the effectiveness of stuff. I think so much of the arrangement is like, well, like the bass line sounds great. Where can I take it out? Not necessarily like what I should add to it. So maybe, I don't know, at the beginning, and I'm not saying like everything before the vocal comes out, but at the beginning you got the open chords, you got the guitars going. Maybe even if like the bass comes in like a measure and a half later than everything else, suddenly it feels a lot more like a layers being added versus everything coming in sounds like everything came in together and they are just all going forward together. Does that make sense?
Yes, sounds good. So let's start hacking away at this. Let's see where
Yeah.
we want to start the bass.
You have that cool lick. Why not start with that cool lick? So go and I'll tell you. Yeah, just that's when the bass kind of starts. Let's see how that's.
About here, I suppose.
Yeah.
This stream is about to start. We'll talk about code or whatever we'll talk about today.
Love this part because you're like you're taking a step back, you're letting the vocals go. Great instinct.
It's about to start, so please hang tight while I check that everything is okay.
The timing is so sloppy here, but I guess you got the idea.
And I would personally play it like doom, 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 doom. I would just hold it and do like a crescendo. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah.
Maybe we can take notes here.
Sure.
How do we do that?
Markers is a way to do that, or empty items is another way to do
Yeah, I
that.
guess I just go with MIDI, and then just because it's easy to create,
Yeah,
and then
I agree.
did I
You
spell this
know
right?
about SWS Notes as well, right? Yes, that is correct.
So what are you saying about SWS?
SWS also has this notes thing, and you can have global notes, project notes, and track notes. So that's another way of going about it. But honestly, I personally do it exactly the way you do. So I'm like, oh, there it is. Because otherwise, I have to actually remember to check the notes, which, the whole point of notes is like I'm bad at remembering.
And maybe for this one, I can give it a different color.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of colors.
No,
all
no
the
colors.
way. Okay. Yeah, you're such a engineer,
While I check that everything is okay.
You can tell that I didn't know what to do here. This is probably the last part I played. How can I tell this? Probably by the file name. Yeah, so this is like it ends with 51. And you can tell by the numbers that this was the last thing I played. Just didn't know what to do. I have to finish this. Time is up. Bum 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 bum.
Is okay. Sound check, camera check, lights, check. How's my hair? Oh,
Love that part because you're kind of interplaying with the guitars. Like you're not playing the same beat. You're kind of like playing off of them, which I really like.
Yeah, that part I actually like. If you said that we should remove it, I would, but now that you like it, I'm happy about it. I'm proud
I
of it.
like it. Yeah, like it.
And it goes more reggae, much to Bo's dismay. So I thought I would do something, I guess, kind of reggae. I don't know. I don't play much reggae, so I don't even listen to a lot of it, so I don't know what it sounds like on the bass. But anyway,
wait, I don't have any hair.
that I don't like.
It's a little. It's the right spirit, possibly, but honestly, and it's a little bit of a cliche idea, but my first instinct is just to slide, because when people say jokes on like late night shows, the bass player goes.
Yeah. This thing is. I think that this thing is too much like. Here, I learned the pentatonic.
And it's just at a point where I feel like you're telling a joke, so other things are not important.
So cliche, late night bass
Yeah.
joke
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Baby, put some pants on and I am good to go. So
If I get the timing of this right, I think that this works nice. I like this. How do you like it?
I like that. Maybe you can do a walk up when you get to the chorus. So, doon, 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 do 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 do.
I tried that, and the only thing I could come up with was the cadence that I use at the end, so I decided not to use it.
Okay. So yeah. But I do like that part. That part like gets like, it's like a. What do you call it? It's a complex emotion in that part, because you're like, is that part sad? And then it's like, oh wait, no. And then you go back to the chorus. So I like that, and it's like, yeah, it's somber. The rhythm changes. It's good.
And also going for a major, for a minor is just, I love that.
Yeah.
And the only way, that's another interesting thing, the only way I found to accentuate this difference was to go from the one to the minor third, which is kind of like the obvious thing because you want to accentuate the minor third. But do you have other suggestions on where I could go here?
I mean, you can always go from major third to minor third. You can always go from at the beginning being on the fifth, and then it depends how much you want to like jazz it up. So you can start on the fifth. So at the beginning when you go maybe put some pants on, you go to and then you go to I don't know if my pitch is correct, but yeah, like what chord is it? Is it F?
Yes.
So you can play C, and then you can go to E flat, C, E flat.
Do you hear the bass?
Yes.
So you're saying so
it's a little like jazzy because you're doing the fifth. You're thirdizing the fifth.
Yeah.
So you're adding a seventh.
And then
That's nice.
do you mean I go to the fifth and then what do I do?
And then you just go to the fifth of the minor third, essentially. So you go to the seventh.
Ooh.
And that also works in that it makes that last chord a dominant chord. So then when you go to the chorus, it's more of like an uplifting situation.
How about we try this? Just call this bass because I know you like to have your name straight, and then I can mute this guy.
I don't have any hair. Baby, put some pants on and I am good to go. So get ready. Baby, put
versus.
Do you hear my keys?
I don't.
Oh. Boop 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 beep boop 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 boop. How come?
This is the song while we wait for Arya to set up his keys. Oh, actually, I can do better. While you set up your keys, I can play the only song I am learning to play on the ocarina.
On the ocarina?
Yes. I mean, did you play Ocarina of Time when you were a kid?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, great. And then the last note, the highest note, I don't think that the ocarina can play that. I don't know what they did.
Yeah.
Because the loudest note, the highest note is an F, but it goes to a G. So I don't know.
There is a way. Do you have a lower G? Because there is a way of. I mean, like good woodwind players can play a fifth or octave from any of the notes in the range that they have available by overblowing. So you overblow because you have the harmonics of each one. So you can blow hard and you'll get the octave. That's pretty easy. But there's a way of getting a fifth out of every note, which is actually a 17th, basically. So it's an octave and a fifth.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But I guess the keyword there is good woodwind players. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not that I can even do that, but there is a way.
so yeah, I actually found people sometimes transcribe this an octave lower just so you have the note there. But then it sounds like crap, an octave lower. The cool thing about this section is the way that it sounds like. And if you do it an octave lower, it doesn't work. But anyway, in any case, this is so out of tune. This sounds like crap. It's all plasticky and everything.
Yeah, probably you can like tighten certain areas of it and it'll be like slightly more in tune, but you can always also tune it. So what I came up with, I just don't know why you can't hear my keyboard because it's coming out the same output. I hear it on the OBS, so just whatever.
Maybe the stream hears that. Can you play the keys again? Yeah, no. I would be surprised if the stream heard that actually, because it's coming from literally the same sound source.
Yeah, and on my side, but anyway, what I thought would be cool would be to go F, G, A, C, and then from C go back to A flat. So you could go something. But again, that will make it a little like more melodically complex, and you may not want that necessarily versus just like it's kind of simple. Cause yeah, I would just, if I was the bass player, I'd be like, okay, serve the song, and if I was serving the song, I would just go F, and from F I would go to A flat on that part.
Yeah.
That serves the song, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we're gonna go with that.
Straight quarter notes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like dun, dun, da, 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 da. Well, I know it's not straight quarter notes, but it starts with quarter notes. But yeah, honestly, like what's there also really works. I feel like.
Nah, no, that's the wrong note.
Da, 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 da. So you play the major third on your ascend, and on your descent you play the minor third. So you come back on the one flat.
Yeah. I played the wrong note there. But you know what? I think I'm gonna just stay with this.
It's
I think
yeah, it's really good. It's really like appropriate.
all right. I'll try to do this without bumping the microphone again. Stay there. Come on, cable.
Do you have a stand? Did you get a stand as well?
For the bass?
Yeah.
No, I will keep it on the case, on the hard case.
Oh, okay. There's a hard case. That's good. That's really good. For the price that you got is a huge bargain.
No,
Though
I
guess
paid
it's
for the hard case. In fact, the case is almost half
okay.
the price of the bass.
Yep. So yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, but if I move or if like baby finds the bass, I am much happier having a hard case. So yeah, I have a hard case for a bass. The bass is like 500-ish. The hard case is like 150 or about
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so we are here.
Good to go, so get ready.
Hang on, I'll give the whole line.
I don't have any hair. Maybe put some pants on, and I am good to go. So get ready wherever you are. Cause the stream is about to start. Get ready wherever you are. Cause the stream is about to start.
Okay, can I give you a pitch for this part? And that is, so the guitars, if you follow the guitars, they're going back. So they're going na, 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 na. And with the bass you go forward, and that kind of creates some forward momentum until the very peak. So you can even on the first part, on the first go around of this chord progression, go back. So go do 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 do, and then the second go do 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 do. Like you're going forward, the progression is going back, but you're like creating this forward momentum that is bringing in the climax versus everything like the contour of all your instruments kind of being the same and the vocals just being contrary, just kind of like propelling the song in different directions.
I see. So the first part will stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how do you feel
the
about
song that you're talking about is in his 2017 album, which he released 2 albums in that year, but Fairy Tales and Fears, and it's a track to Carcassonne, it's called. I can write it for you because it's an unusual spelling. But yes, sorry for the interjection. Leandro, what were you going to say?
No, yeah, it's good that you answered both questions. So the first line stays like that. How do you feel about the... And what do I do? No.
I like those embellishments, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, you know something I'm hearing? It's funny. I always feel that way. Like especially when bass strings are fresh, and it's not like a pickup thing. Even good pickups don't sound as good as the strings as they are coming through from your microphone. So when we record your bass, we can also point a microphone at it and get the high-end shine of new strings, the jangle, I like to call it. And I made a video about that, which like nobody gave a shit about, and it was like, to me, it's like the best tip I've ever given to anybody but it was one of my early videos. Like nobody watched it, but yeah, like record it acoustically, as well as DIYs, and then we'll blend the two together.
Yeah, I am into doing that.
But anyway, yeah, I like that those movements that you're doing, but like talking kind of about the overall contour of the bass.
Yeah. So everything up to this point is acceptable, even the. And
Yeah,
then
that sounds great.
and then for the second go around, we don't
Yeah.
do, and instead do you just go up on the scale?
Yeah. Even adding some chromatics, so right, that last note would be I wish you could hear my keyboard. But anyway, like play with the song a little bit even and see like how you like the feel of that.
Okay, to do that, I duplicate this and mute that.
Sure.
Start. Get ready whenever you are, 'cause this stream is about to start.
I am not sure I'm hitting the right notes here.
I would play. Hold on. So get ready.
Also, I need to hear the bass a lot louder to make sense of it. Does this happen to you? Like you have to hear the thing that you are
Yeah.
playing like absurdly loud on the mix?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm liking the harmony of what you got. Do you start on a C in that bit and you end on a C sharp?
No. I go C, B flat, A minor, G sharp, and then F, G, and then G
F,
sharp,
G.
A, B flat, B, C. What the hell?
Okay. Okay, so my proposal is C, D, E flat, F, F sharp, G, and then A flat, B flat, C. And maybe also instead of going da da, you can just go da 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 na 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 F sharp G A flat B flat C.
No, it's E flat. No,
That one note, that F sharp, you gotta add. So
I wanna write this down.
I wish you could hear me, and it's truly baffling why you can't, because, like, you know, sometimes logically you're supposed to hear something, you don't hear it, so then I'm like, all right, well then.
Oh, there is
like,
something that
fuck
always
me, I
trips me
guess.
up. In Reaper, even if you have all the inputs and outputs set correctly, you still always have to come here and, like, if you're using the default system devices or whatever, you always have to come back here and click OK again for it to pick it up. I guess you know this at this point, but
Yeah, but no, that wouldn't be, well, let's see if that was the issue. Did that just
no,
get picked up?
no. Can you double check what input source you are using in OBS in Video Ninja?
I'm using my VB cable, which is my monitoring device on my OBS. But basically the route that my my MIDI keyboard is going through is exactly the same route as my microphone, and I see it get picked up in my meters. So I'm just like,
Do you see it in... Oh, so you see it in OBS,
Yeah.
and that audio is what you're monitoring, and you're monitoring
Oh,
into the virtual cable?
my output destination has changed. There you go. That's why I'm quiet. Yeah, when I said and stereo and I came back, it changed my prefs.
Hmm.
So now you hear me, and you probably hear me a lot louder.
I don't hear you a lot louder,
Correct.
and I don't hear the keys.
Or did you lose me altogether?
No, I am here. Oh, it seems like you are not hearing this.
All together now, all together now, all together now, all together now, all together now. Oh, stupid ass.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, do you hear me now? And do you hear my things?
We got this, yes. You are loud and clear, and the keys are great. And then I can increase my volume again.
When I guess when I did and stereo and and it refreshed, it also reset my audio input. So you were hearing me just dry, and that's why I was loud. And now I can turn up my monitoring and you can turn me down, and I can turn me down.
Yes, so now everything is back to normal. Excellent.
Cool. So my proposed baseline was this. No, I'm playing it wrong. Or something like that. I just kind of added something. That him pass F sharp and then G.
Ah, so...
Uh-huh.
Are we really going there?
Check it with the song. I feel like we are.
Is that...
And it just gives you one extra note so that you end up at A flat, B flat, C. So maybe super dissonant, but I mean, try it with the song and you may just end up not liking it. What else did I turned some stuff up over here. So I'm just gonna fix that. Sounds way too loud, way too loud. Oh, yeah, now that's better.
I don't know why I'm notating this with the positions on the fretboard. This doesn't really make sense. But let's double check that the thing that you have is the thing that I got.
Yeah. That slide sounds nice.
Oh, what? You are about to record with multiple tracks set to the same
you
input.
have two things armed that are the
These two.
duplicates.
That's interesting. I never got this message before. This will result in multiple copies of the same audio. Are you sure? Cancel. Turn this off. That's interesting. I didn't know that existed.
As the stream is about to start, get ready wherever you are. As the stream is about to start.
Cool. You played one note, one sharp, but yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. If you don't
really?
like it, no hard feelings. Yeah. I felt
but
like.
which note?
I think you played. Yeah, I think right there you played a B instead of a B flat. I think. Don't call me on that. Or sorry, you played an E instead of an E flat. I think. Yeah, isn't that an E?
No.
Oh.
C. D.
I hear that as an E.
So interesting. I don't hear it as an E. Oh, and by the
Very
way, I was tuning the bass using retune, and it couldn't pick up the lower strings.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. I know how to fix it. Yeah, go to Retune, and you gotta increase the window size and overlap. So set window size to like 100, and set overlap to like 2. Well, let's try 2x. I think 4x is even better.
Yeah, that fixes it. Huh. Isn't that interesting?
That is cool.
Huh. I wonder why they selected the default that they selected.
I think it's because Retune is maybe like they're like, okay, make the default setting the one that people can tune vocals with. I'm not sure.
Weird.
People don't care about bass. We're discriminated against. Bo says, I've never heard about that trick. I don't know which trick you mean, but...
Oh, I think it was when you were talking about recording the bass with a microphone as well as DI.
Yeah, I got a video on that, which I think it's my lowest viewed video of all time, very possibly.
Well, the problem is that Adam Neely had a video about this, so probably you were just outshadowed.
Oh, he said to record the strings separately?
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. God damn Adam Neely taking all my ideas.
Yeah, so is it a fair thing to just run the audio through Retune to find really what note I played?
Yeah, sure. We can try it.
See?
Yeah, I hear an E. It's weird. I hear it closer to a major third than to a minor third. Very interesting.
So anyway, let's hear this guy in context.
Ready whenever you are, 'cause this stream is about to start.
I like how it starts and I like how it ends, but I'm not sure about the middle. What do you think?
You don't like the middle? Yeah. You can definitely like have a play around with just like different notes, just kind of adding like the reason I thought of the chromatic notes that's not in the actual scale is just that so you don't arrive at A flat too early.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's hear again. Maybe I like it this time.
Ready whenever you are, 'cause this stream is about to start.
Yeah, that
To be
middle
honest,
is...
I'm not in love with the F sharp, the way it sounds there.
Yeah, so let's see. The chords are here. Get ready where... That works because it's the
Yeah.
third. And then that works because it's the fifth. And then we go to G
We go
sharp.
to the seventh of the G. And then you go, yeah. So that's a minor ninth right there, the F sharp. So instead of going forward, how can we can go... Oh no, that's way too dark. I don't know, I'm a dark person, so I can't write things that sound happy and peppy. No, that's just sad.
But hang on. The way that we are playing this, you told me that you wanted to hit E flat. The chord that is playing at that point is an A, so we are doing a tritone there. Is that on purpose?
I guess then play an E, yeah. Hey, that's not bad. That's definitely better. It shouldn't be the E flat, you're right. And then so you go to G sharp. So I arrive at the G sharp with the F, which is not great. And that's not great, so you can go. And then is it G sharp major?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. So going C, D, E, E flat, F, G, A flat, B.
Yeah, so then you're just proposing parallel fifths, and I'm all in for that.
Cool.
And then
Maybe just changing the rhythm so that you're not going full parallel. So like. I guess I should just play the real bass too.
yeah, I don't like. Maybe another thing that could improve on this is if I don't just play the same rhythm. No. Yeah, I could be okay with just going to the F there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just play the tonic from then on. Because at that point we are going up anyway. By the way, are you just picking up the bass with the microphone, or do you have it plugged in?
No, it's not plugged in.
Okay.
Oh, I just found another flavor, but
What did you find?
I found another flavor,
Ah.
but I don't know if it works. It would be C, D, E, G, F. I already forgot it. C, D, E, G, F, A. Yeah, so it'll just be like two chromatics.
Hang on.
One is minor chromatic, one is major.
Yeah, okay, let's first start with the thing we had before. So C, D, E, E flat, F, G, and then whatever, E.
Oh, do you know what the Picardy third is?
I heard this name, but I forget.
So Picardy third is to finish. I guess. Wait, you're already finishing on C major, so never mind. Picardy third is when the song is in a minor key, you finish on the major one. Why does this sound minor to me? What's wrong with me?
Oh, because I'm borrowing chords from C minor all over the place.
You are no, but like I just hear the last chord as a C minor, not a C major. La, 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 la. No, I guess it is C major.
Okay.
But, the C major that I'm hearing in my head is still sounding dark.
I don't know.
very weird.
Okay, so I will just record this thing
Sure.
that we wrote first, and then we can hear that.
Bo says hang on the second note a while longer, so the D. Do, 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 do. Yeah, stuff like that is really good, just so that the harmony is not moving all at the same time, like one, you know, what do you call them? The suspension and anticipation type of stuff. It always works.
Okay,
Maybe
I'll
not too
record the
long with
thing
just
that we.
an extra note.
Yeah, I'll record the thing that we wrote first.
Is about to start. Get ready.
Rogue notes, dude.
Is about to start. Get ready whenever you are. 'Cause this stream is about to start.
At least we have the right notes there.
Yeah, yeah.
Get ready whenever you are. 'Cause this stream is about to start.
I think that is better than the one we recorded.
Than what we had before, that's for sure, yeah.
So that's progress. And then let's try Bo's idea. So I guess I will just keep it simple and hang on the D for 2 measures. And then I will go from the D to I guess E flat. So at
Yeah.
that point we are going up.
That's interesting, yeah.
Okay.
Is about to start. Get ready whenever you are. 'Cause this stream is about to start. Get ready whenever you are. 'Cause this stream is about to start.
It feels like the bass is hesitating. I mean, it is trying to make a sentence, but it's stuttering at the beginning. How do you feel about it?
Can we now that we tried a few things, now let's go back to the original idea. Then maybe we're like, whoa, the original idea just works. That's always a good trick. Like if you're like, oh, something sucks about this, then you write 3 more lines and then you're like, oh, you know what? That was just good.
About to start. Get ready whenever you are. 'Cause this stream is about to start.
So, you know, one thing I do like about this is that it goes dun-dun, like so we have the like basic notes, but maybe you can do some octaves, some stuff like
This sounds to me like something that I know.
yeah.
Heyo!
This is why it's so hard for me to play bass without like a percussion thing to nail me down as well.
That's a good point. So how about we just because this is also the last measure, how about we just call the bass? Which one? I don't know. We'll see.
Right. Yeah, we have some options. Maybe you'll come up with some extra stuff.
Yeah. So I know that I don't like this version that stutters.
Uh-huh.
Before going to the next note, but we don't know
Uh-huh.
which one we are gonna pick yet, and we're
Yeah.
just gonna leave it like that.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, and then we will do some foley, some percussion, and then we'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and with that, let me see. So bass line, and then yeah, let's not go to harmonies today. How about we wrap this up?
Sure, yeah, we can. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do harmonies or if you want to add some percussion. Um, like I personally just work like at least in the songwriting phase, I'm not doing things super linearly. I just do it like whichever one came to me. So if nice harmonies came to you, do that. If a nice bass line came to you, do that.
Yeah, I think that we can do it in this order. Let's do
Cool.
percussion because we kind of need that moving forward. Um, even to pin down the bass. And then we can think about harmonies. I think that will be fun because I have no idea what to do there. And then we can start doing crazy stuff like the ocarina that we'll probably just throw away anyway. But I wanted to see how an ocarina pad
Yeah.
would look like. It would sound like, I
Yeah.
guess. I
Maybe
think it
you
has.
can also sample like your ocarina, because if you're recording note by note, then eventually you can have a sampled instrument that is your ocarina.
Yes, and I think that if we throw a lot of reverb and who knows, maybe even some distortion, it may sound like something.
Yeah, definitely. Like as a pad, it will work and it will sound nice and organic and cool. And maybe we can record it in 96K, so then we can do some extra weird stuff to it.
I don't think that my audio interface supports that.
Oh, fine. Yeah, whatever.
I
So
may be wrong, but I
percussion wise,
I mean, that should be easy to determine, right? I can come here to
Yeah.
my settings and ask for my audio interface to go higher, and it doesn't.
cool. There you go. There's your answer.
All right.
It may be that the H5 can record 96K, but it just cannot be an interface at 96K. So that's another thing to check out, because I do think all the H series do record 96, because even H1 does. I used to have one, and so if H1 does, probably H5 does as well, but it's just not as an interface. But anyway, I digress.
Oh, I want to see if that is the case.
Sure. 96 for recording, yeah.
Yep.
And so, okay, so for percussion, I guess what you should do is find a bunch of gadgets and Gugas, maybe some of Louis' toys. Definitely, like, I'll tell you, my go-to when it comes to kick is a dictionary. Just a thick book and a hard surface sounds great. What are other, yeah, like kids' toys for like little jangly things. Pill bottles, they sound great. Graters, they sound good. You can scrape on them, like all sorts of things around the house that you think make an interesting, either like a percussive sound or like a textural sound. Like, this is like a textural sound. It doesn't do anything BT, but you just put a few of these in the back. It's kind of like can add impact to things, and like whatever else you can think of. Even like you can use the wrong sounds of a mic, like boost the hell out of this. That's a thing.
Do you think that we can maybe try to use the acoustic guitar as a percussive instrument?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because there is this song that I really like. It's actually a
John
whole.
Gum.
No, you're not gonna know this guy. His name is Duca Lendecker. He's Brazilian. I can show you the song real quick. I'll not show you on YouTube, but I can just show you the song because I find it like fascinating. So hang in there.
Sure. I'll send you the link to this person who is like the type of person if you want to. Oh, you may not hear me right now.
So I guess you know what this is going to be about, right? Just using the guitar both as a string instrument as well as a percussion instrument. But he also plays a kick drum, which is
cool.
super nice. Let's see.
I just also put a link on the chat, and it's John Gum, John Gom, like it's Gomm, and he's the type of person that when you watch him, you're like, why do I play music? I should stop. And yeah, but he like, woo, the stuff that he does like percussion wise is crazy. If you wanna get depressed, that's who you listen to.
Okay, so first of all, this song is in a different tuning. And this is also the most fun thing that I know how to play on the guitar.
Whoa, something interesting is happening. I wonder if I can see that in the stream. Nope.
What?
I'm seeing outlines of... I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. I'm seeing outlines of my programs. As I leave them on the screen, they are preserved. Very interesting.
Okay, so the song that I'm talking about that does percussion on the guitar, and that's something that we may want to try to do, is, first of all, the baby crying is not part of the song. I'll have a terrible time trying to mic this whole situation, but we'll see. How about I just take this?
Yeah, but probably it didn't show up because YouTube no longer cares what you search for. Like, you can search for stuff and it just shows you its own things.
So, this song that I would like to try to maybe be inspired by in terms of percussion with the guitar. So the guy is using a different tuning, and he is playing the strings on the guitar as well as tapping the guitar as well as... can you hear my feet?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, so imagine a kick drum on my feet. The right foot is a kick drum, and the left foot is not a kick drum. It is like a tambourine. I have nothing like that would sound like a tambourine around here.
Yeah.
Maybe these juggling balls will sound like a tambourine. If I step on them. But I'm not sure you will be able to hear that. But the song goes like this.
An empty tin can is good that you can put like tops from cans into, and it just jingle jangle.
What is it? Oh yeah, that's it. And then the verse goes like this, but I forget the lyrics.
Oh, so the same person is also singing.
Yeah, it goes something like Como vai, tudo bem, eu, você find it really smart how he's like doing things like, and then he puts the finger that on the hand that is tapping on the guitar. I'm not sure that you actually see this. Oh yeah, the
I
hand
don't
that is
see the guitar too well. Yeah.
Yeah, but the hand that is tapping on the guitar goes to the 12th fret for the harmonics. It's like, oh my god, that is so smart.
Yeah.
And I wish I could write like that. But yeah, I guess the whole thing is not necessarily, of course, all the things that are happening on the strings, but just this sounds, I think, really
Yeah,
good.
they sound great. Yeah. And also just, well, I don't know if you have long nails, probably not, but also like scraping and stuff sounds really good on the body of the guitar. Yeah, tons of sounds you can get out of a guitar. And also just using something soft to hit the guitar can give you a really kick-like sound with like this part of your hand. Yeah, there's tons of sounds you can get out of a guitar for sure.
Yeah, okay. So that's one of my favorite gadgets for next week.
Cool.
And I will find more stuff around the house.
Yeah.
So
And then we'll just probably do the XY for those to record. We'll see. Maybe some things we'll do with the SM. Yeah.
okay. So yeah, let's wrap this up.
Sure.
Go support Arya and myself on all the places like Patreon. And thank you all for being here. Thank you very much, Arya, for doing this with me. I'm having
My
so much fun.
pleasure. Cool. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And we'll see you again. Well, I will see you tomorrow here on my channel. I will be back to coding in JavaScript. And Arya, do you have things scheduled?
You know, I keep meaning to stream on Fridays, but I'm just way too busy these days, so I have barely even released my videos. So yeah, nothing in, yeah, probably not gonna see anybody until next Tuesday, where we are gonna work on my car crash of an EQ. I've done stuff. It's broken.
All right, okay. So we will unbreak things on Tuesday. And
Yeah.
Until then, I see you here at 5:30 UTC tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. Thank you both for participating on the chat. And we see you next time. Bye.